Well, this is the beautiful Lower East Side, and this is 8th Street between C and D. And this is where Eric and I grew up, the early part of our childhood anyway. The corner here was our favorite pizza parlor. We used to get slices for 25 cents. A couple of our friends used to shine shoes right in front. In fact, this whole side of the street had buildings on it, from what I remember. I don't know when they were torn down. I don't know what's happening with it now, but that is the present north side of 8th Street. We got this memorial for a firefighter here. God knows what happened on that little piece of acreage. We're starting to approach our building where we lived in, and on either side of our building were a couple of abandoned buildings. And this is an area where there was, of course, a lot of crime, but this is also where I saw my first gunshot wound victim. My sister and I were playing out here in the front of the building, and a guy ran from across the street into what used to be a building next to it. Came out screaming, punching his side, and he had blood gushing from his gut. The most beautiful building on the block back then, and of course now it's one of the only buildings on the block, but it's still pretty beautiful. Side of this building were two abandoned buildings, and Eric and I, our families were robbed frequently. Eric had to finally have his TV bolted to the floor to prevent the junkies from taking it away. We had one of our windows completely bricked in with cinder blocks. Right over here is our window. This was apartment 1A, and Riis and I had this, I guess this was our living room, and right next door was our bedroom. And on occasional mornings we'd be able to look out and see flames shooting up. What would happen fairly often were some of the abandoned cars would be set on fire, or people would throw their mattresses away and prop them up alongside the building and set them on fire. Terrific.
Yeah.
You really can't.
And this is the bedroom right in here.
Yes.
This is where my sister and I, we lived in this room.
Yeah.
I remember this.
Terrific.
Used to have one bed over here.
Yeah, and my aunt had done a painting, a mural on this wall, Eric.
Yeah.
This is Maurice's bed.
Look at the ceiling, it's like a cake.
Was the chandelier there then?
I don't remember. Did you
think
put
so.
the chandelier?
No, that chandelier, no, it was only a regular light bulb, you know. It was no chandelier. Yeah, I used to work in a company in the Bronx, and I don't make them, but you know, but they come from Spain, and this comes in crate, and then gotta put them together. You have to know about electricity, and then put them together. They don't come.
Look at this. You know, it's still, it's funny, I remembered it as being a small apartment, but it's not small.
No,
it's a good sized apartment.
Up there, and after that, you know, on the Lower East Side, you know, they made it like a forest. Everything is still, and that door up front, that you know, that doesn't look that pretty.
Yeah.
Used to be a big door, like what do you call them, metal, you know, like you know, like
an iron gate or wrought iron?
Iron gate, but
Yeah.
yeah. Big boxes, it wasn't there. I remember, I can tell you a story about this video.
I don't remember the mailboxes.
No, the mailboxes, they were on this corner here.
When I was a small boy, I used to be able to reach across here and barely touch both sides of this, and I was 4 or 5 years old.
It's inside, the water comes through the pipe in here because it was no buildings.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And then, well...
Let's hear about the presents.
Hey, so this closet right here, this is where the Christmas presents were hidden. Okay, thanks a lot.
This is walking up the stairs.
Oh, Eric, I don't think the elevator works anymore.
Oh no?
I don't think so, no. Look at this.
I guess that would mean no. Expected.
thing, Eric?
I don't know if you say so.
Authentic car wrecks. That's four. And here we are, 6 deep. Out of business.
So what's this on the wall here?
Nice panorama here. Look at this. We can see into 8th. Look at that. We can see into Jacob Riis Park. Those damn fucking mountains.
We should go there.
Yeah, I don't remember this, but when was the last time you had a piece of your mail returned that said, unacceptable item, contraband found? See you later. You want to walk through Jacob Riis?
Yeah. This is the exact spot where my bike got stolen. They had one on a borrowed, and I really didn't want to lend it to the guy.
Is that the gold stingray?
Yeah, and then he took it and he drove around and around this thing a bunch of times while I sort of chased him.
He was tormenting you.
Around and around and all around, and then he took off.
And somewhere around here is where the incident occurred.
This slide was the site of the famous sand in the mouth incident, where there was a small black child playing in what used to be the sandbox right about there. And Michael and I were sliding, taking turns sliding.
And running in and out of these tunnels.
And running
here.
in the tunnel, slide down here, run around in the tunnel, in the upside, up, down, slide. That was the route. And then the little child started crying. For no particular reason, that I could tell. And then he had some cousins or something. One of them had a cast on his leg.
Cornflakes from 1963.
Wow. Yeah, you know, I mean, you were a little kid, so now you know what I mean. By the time, you know, that's all was a nickel. Over here, we don't have no balls. We gotta walk over. Believe me, I get the hard times here.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe a few Puerto Ricans, you know.
Yeah.
You see, I'm 69. My children, they were born there in that building,
Oh, wow.
and I got grandchildren. So you figure that out.
Show what you used to do with the cans with one of these cans?
Yeah. Well, they don't make tin cans anymore. But with the tin cans, they had those nice hard edges, and what you could do is you could scrape them on the sidewalk until the end popped off. I mean, I don't know why we didn't run upstairs and use a can opener, but it was just it was the thing that everybody used to do. And then straddle this thing.
And the top would be off. You get it cranked open, and then you'd. And what would happen when the cabs would come by,
You
Michael?
promised the passing cars you wouldn't squirt them.
But what would happen?
You'd squirt them.